हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम टू माय चैनल क्लिनिकल बायोकेमिस्ट्री विद डॉक्टर पीके प्रभाकर। आज का जो टॉपिक मैं बात करने वाला हूँ, अगर आप टाइटल देखेंगे कोरोना इज बैक। सो दिस इज जस्ट नॉट टू स्केयर एनीवन, नॉट टू क्रिएटिंग पैनिक अमंग द पीपल, जस्ट टू मेक अवेयर ऑफ दैट वन। आपने बहुत सारे न्यूज में देखा होगा कि कोरोना के केसेस बढ़ रहे हैं। सो दैट्स व्हाई आई हैव पुट द टाइटल कोरोना इज बैक एंड लौट आया कोरोना। If you'll say, these are the some of the common variants we have seen in the last few years. So we had alpha, beta, gamma, delta, and omicron. The most you can call it the uh, easily transmittable virus was the omicron variant, and that was created the most means maximum people was affected by that one. So what are these variants of these COVID viruses? Normally, it is the usual of virus to change and evolve as they spread between the people over the time. When these changes becomes more significant and different to the previously detected virus, the new virus is called as the new variants. So if there are two different viruses which is going to have a mutation, and because of those mutations, if their uh, pathogenicity, morphologically, or the protein content has been changed, it is called as a new variant. So, to identify these variants, scientists map the genetic material of the viruses, which is through the sequencing only, and then look for the differences between them to see if they have changed or evolved. Since 2020, because COVID came in the 2020, coronavirus, which is normally going to cause the COVID-19, has been spreading and changing globally. These changes have led to the detection of the variants. Currently, whatever we are means the variants we are going to talk about, that is the new variant. We will talk about those things. What are the differences in those new strain and that. So this is the yesterday news. So India logged a total number of 752 fresh cases of coronavirus infection on December 2023. Sorry, 2013. Clicking the highest number of single days rise since May 21st. सो आफ्टर मई 2021 के बाद 752 केस मिले 23 दिसंबर को, जो हाईएस्ट नंबर में था, एंड दिस स्लोली एवरी डे इट्स इंक्रीजिंग ओनली. सो ये हो क्यों रहा है, व्हाई दिस हैपनिंग? सो दिस इज बिकॉज ऑफ द न्यू कोरोना वायरस सब वेरिएंट्स दैट इज कॉल्ड एज JN.1. एंड ये सब वेरिएंट्स है क्या? सो दिस इज द न्यू सब वेरिएंट ऑफ द ओमिक्रॉन, जो हमने अभी देखा था वो डिफरेंट. So, a new subvariant of the Omicron strain of coronavirus, which is called as JN.1, has alerted experts across the global health industry, uh, and it has been classified as a variant of interest by the WHO due to its fast growing nature. So, WHO हर एक वायरस को या डिफरेंट कोरोना वायरस को तीन डिफरेंट कैटेगरी में डिवाइड करते हैं. दैट इज कॉल्ड एज variants of the concern, variants of interest, and variants under the monitoring, depending on different circumstances, different conditions. So पहले हम ये समझ लें कि what is the variants of concern, what is the variant of interest, and what is the variant under monitoring. So SARS-CoV-2 variants with increased transmissibility, जिनकी ट्रांसमिशन रेट बहुत ज़्यादा होती है पहले के से, एंड इन आइदर ये हो जाए, or they will have an increase in their virulence factor, pathogenicity, or decrease in the effectiveness for the available diagnostic vaccine and therapeutics. जो आपके पास अवेलेबल डायग्नोस्टिक टूल्स हैं, किट्स हैं, वैक्सीन हैं, थेराप्यूटिक्स है, उसकी इफेक्टिवनेस कम हो जाए या वायरस की पैथोजेनिसिटी बढ़ जाए. सो दोज स्ट्रेन्स आर कॉल्ड एज वेरिएंट. ये दो स्ट्रेन्स आर नॉर्मली केप्ट अंडर द वेरिएंट ऑफ कंसर्न. उसके बाद वेरिएंट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट, उस तरह के वायरसेस जिसमें जेनेटिक चेंज हो और दैट आर प्रेडिक्टेड टू नोन टू अफेक्ट द वायरस कैरेक्टरिस्टिक एंड have significantly community transmittability with emerging risk of global public health. So ये दोनों हो तो they are kept under the variant of interest. And third is variant under monitoring. So SARS-CoV variants with genetic changes that are suspected to affect virus characteristic with some indication that may pose to the future risk. If you'll say these are the characteristic features for all three. So if they will have increased transmission rate, change in the clinical disease presentation, increase in virulence, or a detrimental change in the epidemiology, decrease in the effectiveness. So they are variant of concern, decreased severity, transmissibility, immune escape, diagnostic to therapeutic escape. So they are kept under the variant of interest, and variant of monitoring is affect the virus characteristic with some indication that they may pose a future risk. So current virus, this JN.1 has been kept under the variant of interest. Variant of interest means because we don't have इसकी transmission rate तो मुझे ज़्यादा पता है, so because they have transmission rate, but we don't have too much of information about that one. So there are some factors which normally going to worry about. So first one is the high transmission rate of JN.1. So this variant is fast growing across all WHO regions. It's not only increasing in India, it is increasing in other country also. So fast growing across the all WHO regions with consistent SARS-CoV-2 sequence data sharing, and has become the most prevalent variant in some countries according to WHO. Second reason is why this is going to worry us. JN.1 may display a high immune evasion property. Normally हर एक pathogens के एक characteristic feature होता है, because of that one they normally try to escape from your immune system, they hide from your immune system. So this virus may have the higher immune evasion properties. And third one is the WHO says countries approaching to the winter season should be aware that altogether SARS-CoV-2 and co-circulating pathogens like influenza, flu, rhinovirus may exacerbate the respiratory disease burden. So together they will cause the more seriousness in the disease. So what about India? Do we should be worried about the this JN.1 subvariant of the COVID-19? According to WHO, more studies are needed to work out for this to see the impact of this variant. However, for India, the answer is no at present. Why the answer is no? There are three again reasons we will have. The first one is the infection due to JN.1 subvariant has been reported to be very mild so far. According to Dr. Soumya Swaminathan, which is former DG Indian Council of Medical Research (ICMR), said on Thursday that as of now there is no data to suggest that this variant is more severe. We don't need to be more panic, no more worry, because we don't have any data to suggest that this variant is more severe. But we have to take more precautions. So especially for which is at the risk factor, which is the more prominent to get those disease. So those they should take more taken care. Second one is sorry, according to WHO official, the vaccines which is already available vaccine we are having, same vaccine can be used for this variant also. So Dr. M. Van Kove talks about the current surge in respiratory disease COVID-19 and Gen variant, and they told that the same vaccine can be used for this one. So we don't require a new extra dose or the new vaccine for that one. So according to INSACOIL, but also we same vaccine can be used, which already we have taken. The third reason is the spread of this variant will unlikely increase the burden of the national public health system, because we have seen a very high increase uh, number of patients during the Omicron. So because this is not that serious, so it is not going to increase the more burden on our public health system. So this is then when COVID is considered to be a serious case, when this JN.1 or any other COVID viruses, coronaviruses, yeah, any disease is called as the very serious cases. There are five factors which normally determines for any disease, especially which is caused by COVID viruses, be called as serious. What are those five reasons? When there are any new mutation or the clustering cases in any area. Second one is there is a rise in severity of the infections. Third, there is a shift in symptoms of the COVID-19. Fourth, there is a rise in hospitalizations. Fifth, there is an increase in mortality. So when these five things occurs, then only the disease will be considered as a very serious concern, or it will be more serious. So therefore, while there is an upsurge of COVID cases due to these variants, but there is no increase of serious diseases. Uh, according to Niti Aayog member, that is VK Paul. Now, when we are talking about the sign and symptoms, so normally for almost, because it is going to affect the respiratory system, so most of the COVID vaccines, most of the COVID variants causes the same sign and symptom. But according to different strains, different variants, sign and symptoms may vary. And why this vary? Because their pathogenic, yeah, antigenic component is going to change. So they normally affect your immune system in different manners. So because of the changes in the antigenicity, pathogenicity, and the interaction with the immune system is different. So that's why they have different sign and symptoms. Otherwise, the common sign and symptoms are cough, cold, running nose, sore throat, body pain. These are the common signs and symptoms. Fever. So this is all about for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you are not subscribed my channel, you can subscribe it. If you like the video, press the like button.